different. Like, not only has Kate Martin still ahead of Aja Wilson, Kate Martin has now overtaken Sabrina Ionescu in jersey sales and Angel Reese. Kate Martin is currently, on the WNBA website, the third highest in jersey sales.
Aja Wilson is about to flip the script after her jersey sales plummet before the WNBA season opener. Talk about a brand nightmare. You'd think she'd be drowning in merch sales, but instead it's like her jerseys become the hottest not selling item. So what's the deal? Is it the brand, her teammates, or is it just the universe throwing shade at one of the league's biggest stars? Stick around, because this drama's about to get real.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the delusion. This is the entitlement that is prevalent throughout the WNBA dump. This victim mentality, blaming everyone else for your history of huge embarrassing failure. This refusal to accept responsibility for the fact that this league has been pretending to be in business for 30 years and has still never turned a profit. And I say pretending to be in business because if the WNBA were operating like an actual business, this league would be.
The WNBA season's about to kick off. The banners are hung, the lights are on, the league's ready to flex. And Aja Wilson? She's somewhere backstage, probably staring at a spreadsheet like it just insulted her mama. Because her jersey sales didn't just dip, they fell off a cliff, hit a few rocks on the way down, and landed next to a dusty box of unsold Sacramento Monarchs merch from 2002. Aja Wilson, Vegas royalty, human highlight reel, and the WNBA's certified bucket getter, is now watching her jersey collect dust like a forgotten salad in the back of the fridge. We're talking full-on markdown madness. Her merch is so untouched, even eBay bots said, nah, we good.
Third right now. Third is Kate Martin for the Valkyries. And do you want to know what the crazy thing is? If you're looking at Fanatics, there is a Valkyries player. There is, in fact, a Valkyries player who is top 3. And it's not Kate Martin.
Meanwhile, rookie sensation Caitlin Clark sneezes near a tank top and it sells out in 14 seconds. Aja's stats are elite, her trophy shelf is groaning, and somehow she's getting outsold by someone who hasn't even figured out where the team bus parks. It's giving, do you want fries with that jersey? Energy. And trust me, Aja did not take that well. We're talking about a player who's been carrying the aces like a Whole Foods tote bag for years. The same woman who turned Vegas into a basketball powerhouse while keeping her lashes on point and her trash talk premium. But now, she's reportedly throwing shade harder than her own shot contests.
Hey everyone, I was just watching Unrivaled and I just got the notification that my Kate Martin jersey was delivered. So let's go get it. Let's go laces, let's go. All right, sorry, I got distracted, the laces are playing. But I kind of opened it a little bit, oopsie. But I just got a little too excited, so I didn't actually take it out yet. So let's do that now. Why am I nervous? It's not even, oh, whoa. Guys, this is so cool. Oh my God. Now that I've received my Kate Martin Valkyries jersey, it hit me that the Valkyries will be playing in May. 1 year ago, we were just hearing about the Valkyries, and I ran to Chase Center and got myself a t-shirt because I was so excited. I wanted to rep the team day one, and now I have a jersey. I am so excited to watch this team play this year and from many, 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 many years to come. And yeah, I'm just so excited. Go Valkyries.
Because someone made the grave mistake of informing her that her jersey sales are less hot commodity and more buy one, get one free. Now, how did this happen? How did Aja Wilson go from the WNBA's Beyonce to its blockbuster video? 2 words, Caitlin. Clark, that's right. The rookie, the phenomenon, the Iowa tornado with a jump shot so deadly it should require a permit. While Aja was preparing for another dominant season, Clark was out here casually breaking records, rewriting headlines, and dragging every Midwest dad in a 500-mile radius into WNBA fandom against their will. And as Clark's jersey sales soared like SpaceX, Aja's dipped like a toddler in time.
What the actual shit? Hunter, no!
That's cute.
This is mine.
Do you want
Hunter,
me to? Oh, you could get the red shorts to go with
You
it.
did not take this out of my closet.
Is that signed Caitlin
Put
Clark?
the fucking phone down.
Is that signed Caitlin
Hunter,
Clark?
why would you bring this out of my closet?
Bro,
Stop, I'm actually pissed
no.
off.
You have to get that
Hunter, it's
and
mine
get the
from my
shorts.
closet.
Clark hasn't even broken a sweat in a real WNBA game, and she's already out here outselling legends like she's Amazon Prime in sneakers. The girl probably still thinks defensive switch is a TikTok filter, and yet her jersey's flying off the shelves like it cures taxes. Meanwhile, Aja's jersey? Sitting there like a forgotten avocado in the grocery store, bruised, unloved, and about 5 minutes from being tossed in the bin. Fans are treating her like she's an antique. Great value, but only if you're starting a museum. Wilson's jersey sales graph looks like it got scared of success and just ran backwards. Somewhere in Vegas, a warehouse full of untouched 22 jerseys are slowly turning into luxury bedding for confused rats who thought they were nesting in greatness. Clark's jersey is a status symbol. Aja's, it's basically an unsent wedding invitation, full of potential, completely ignored.
Bankrupt. If the WNBA was not subsidized by the NBA, if they were not collecting a monthly allowance, which normal people would call welfare, if that was not the case.
When you're a two-time MVP, WNBA champion, walking bucket, and still end up watching your jersey collect more dust than your grandma's treadmill, something's gotta give. And give it did. Because Aja didn't just get mad, she reportedly detonated. Not the cute kind of meltdown either. We're not talking oops, my lash glue smudged energy. This was DEFCON 1. Allegedly, phones were thrown, group chats were left on read, and Nike executives suddenly felt an unexplained chill. Teammates started practicing in sunglasses, just to avoid the heat radiating off her side eye. Some swear they heard her sneakers squeak out the word disrespect. This wasn't just a reaction, it was a brand crisis, with glitter and rebounding. She didn't drop 26 and 10 last season just to be outsold by a rookie who still needs help finding the vending machine. If petty were a sport, Aja just triple-doubled in it. And honestly, who could blame her?
Continue to drop the ball. Continue to reinforce the fact you guys just aren't ready for what real demand looks like. What real demand looks like. Keyword, real demand. Not WNBA demand. Not, oh my God, 450,000 people are watching on TV. This is incredible. Not that. I'm talking like, holy crap, 3 million people are tuning in. I'm talking, holy damn, we need 100,000 of these bad boys ready to go.
Let's talk about that brand situation, shall we? Aja Wilson wasn't just a hooper, she was a walking marketing campaign. The kind of star who could blink twice and accidentally start a fashion trend. People didn't just wear her jersey, they prayed it would bless them with a crossover. She had the charisma of a TED Talk with the attitude of a canceled flight. But just when it looked like she was finally getting the WNBA's main character energy, in marched Caitlin Clark like the iPhone 15 with legs. Overnight, everything shifted. Suddenly, Aja's highlights were getting buried under slow motion videos of Clark tying her shoelaces. Forget basketball. Clark could post her grocery list and it would get more views than an Aja game winner. And her fans? Oh, they came ready. Moms, dads, teens, grandmas. People who thought WNBA was a typo are now acting like they invented the league. Well, while Wilson's fan base is somewhere sipping green juice, whispering she's underrated, while Clark's crowd is outside scalping tickets like it's a Taylor Swift concert. It's not that Aja lost her shine, it's just hard to sparkle when the league's busy filming a documentary on Caitlin Clark's parking routine. Aja brought substance, Clark brought spectacle. And brands? Oh, they always chase the loudest glitter.
No, a lot of people say that Caitlin Clark moves the needle. That is wrong. She is the needle. She dictates. We all know what she's done on the floor. It's history, right? But off the floor, my goodness, she and the Indiana Fever accounted for 45% of all the broadcast value of the WNBA last season. She accounted also for helping drive the numbers of merchandising up 500%. Of course, her jersey was #1.
And let's not forget the suburban moms who've turned Indiana Fever games into full-blown Taylor Swift concerts. We're talking homemade signs, friendship bracelets, and enough phone flashlights to land a plane. The pre-game layup line? Yeah, that's basically Coachella now. Caitlin Clark could sneeze on a practice jersey, and within 5 minutes, someone on Etsy would be marketing it as authentic game-worn memorabilia, limited edition, sneezed on by the queen herself. Her fans would absolutely torch a suburban shopping mall if her jersey went out of stock for longer than a Starbucks line on Pumpkin Spice Day. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson is stacking MVP-level stats like it's her part-time job, winning rings and cruising her way toward the Hall of Fame, and yet, somehow, Clark is the headline because she did a warm-up routine that trended on TikTok. Fair? That's about as fair as entering LeBron James into a dunk contest against a toddler and then giving the win to the toddler because he pulls more likes on Instagram. And let's be crystal clear, this isn't A'ja's fault. She hasn't dropped off. She's still wrecking defenses, leading the best squad in the league, and dishing out post-game sarcasm that could emotionally cripple an entire Reddit thread.
And it's not Kate Martin. It is Caitlin Shen. UConn fans and Iowa fans are different. And at least one thing I will say, in the WNBA's website, in fact, you have got, she's 6th.
But in the world of jersey sales, it's not about talent. It's about timeline dominance. Caitlin Clark could drop 0 points and still have 12 trending hashtags. A'ja Wilson could drop 30 and 15, and the WNBA's official page might post it 2 days later, right under a slow-mo video of Clark tying her shoes. Meanwhile, A'ja's sitting courtside watching the WNBA morph into the Caitlin Clark cinematic universe, wondering when exactly she got recast as background player 3. 2 MVPs, a couple championship rings, and a stat sheet thicker than a Cheesecake Factory menu. Yet somehow, she's being treated like the girl who accidentally wandered into the team photo. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark blinks, and 12,000 people show up wearing her jersey like it's the uniform for a cult. She ties her shoes, ESPN's on it. She drinks water, breaking, future GOAT stays hydrated. She breathes, congratulations, we've hit another merchandise milestone.
So today we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark. Again, well, that's kind of the usual for this channel. We are a channel that talks... I wonder what percentage it is about Caitlin Clark and the Fever. I would say probably 50. I would say probably 50, to be honest. That's probably it. So we're probably 50% Caitlin Clark, 50% like women's basketball. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about what happened when Caitlin Clark released some technically, well, she didn't release new merch, but new Caitlin Clark kind of merch type thing was released. And it was from Panini, and they were autographed Caitlin Clark.
Meanwhile, Wilson could drop a triple-double, cure arthritis, and walk an old lady across the street, and the WNBA would still bury it under a slow-motion video of Clark adjusting her ponytail. It's like A'ja spent years building a luxury mansion from scratch, and now the league handed the keys to a rookie and said, don't worry, she'll Airbnb it. The fans? Hypnotized. The brands? Drooling. The media? Acting like they've never seen a jump shot before. A'ja's been out here playing chess while everyone else is chasing shiny objects, like it's a toddler Easter egg hunt. And somewhere in that Vegas locker room, she's probably looking around like, y'all really gonna act like I didn't build this house? Cool. Let me know when y'all need it fumigated. Because if pettiness was a stat, A'ja Wilson would be averaging 40 a night.
This doesn't mean anything like, oh, it's only early. And I agree. I do think by the end of the year, it won't be that, like, she won't be top 3. And I also know people are going to be saying, oh, but everyone who wanted to buy an A'ja Wilson jersey already has one. Everyone wanted to buy an Angel Reese jersey already has one. And that argument will be sound if Caitlin Clark wasn't still top. Caitlin Clark is still top, just like Steph Curry is top in the NBA.
But maybe this is the setup for something iconic. Maybe Aja Wilson is about to dive headfirst into her full-blown villain arc, and not the Disney kind. We're talking ruthless, unapologetic main character energy with a side of vengeance. No more smiling for the post-game camera, no more humble team first sound bites, just cold-blooded stat lines, death stare defense, and custom jerseys that read, "You'll remember me when she airballs." Imagine a limited edition Wilson 2 drop, complete with flames, barbed wire, and a QR code that links directly to her highlight reel of blocked shots and broken spirits. Maybe she demands a trade to Indiana just to haunt Caitlin Clark's dreams and hijack her minutes. Or maybe she starts leaking injury reports, fake ones, just to keep Twitter spiraling in conspiracy mode. At this point, nothing's off the table. Want drama? She is drama. Want sales? She's launching an NFT of her swatting Clark's shot into 2045. Want engagement? She'll go live at halftime, sipping tea and roasting the league's priorities like it's the Comedy Central roast of the WNBA. This isn't just a revenge tour, it's Aja Wilson's cinematic universe, and everyone else is just trying not to get posterized.
Aja Wilson and Aja Reese and Kate Martin are ahead of her in the WNBA website, but on Fanatics, which again is a big seller of WNBA jerseys, Caitlin Chen is outselling Aja Wilson's jerseys.
Wilson's been the face, the league's golden standard, the steady force anchoring a dynasty, stacking accolades like their loyalty points. MVPs, championships, defensive clams, you name it, she's done it. But now the spotlight's shifted. The cameras chase rookies, the headlines scream new names. And while the world fawns over fresh hype and viral clips, Aja Wilson just smiles. She knows the game doesn't reward the loudest, just the deadliest. Let the league sleep. Let the fans forget. Let the jersey sales dip. Because Aja, she's not here to trend. She's here to dominate. She doesn't need hashtags or highlight reels to validate her greatness. She is the storm, the one that brews in silence and hits with force. And just because the spotlight moved doesn't mean she's moved on. It means she's recalibrating, sharpening her arsenal, watching, waiting. Caitlin Clark might be the talk of the moment, racking up numbers and merch like a viral stock, but Aja's not threatened. She's calculating, because when the moment comes, and it will come, Wilson's going to detonate on the court with the ferocity of someone who never left but was simply underestimated. And when that happens, pray your team isn't in the crosshairs,